get kicked in the fucking face.
In the next bubble screen over here, let's throw curls.
What are the whys, right? What are the whys?
Bears Hour Live.
The Tape Never Lies Network, home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.
The following show is for mature audiences only.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
The Tape Never Lies. Tape Never Lies.
Starts now. The Tape Never Lies Network. Starts now.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
Yeah, you look at the tape. So as a coach, your resume is the tape.
Loses the football. Strip sack and
Bears Hour Live.
Give me some fucking
Bears
names.
Hour Live. We go on live right after Bears games with your boys draft talks and the smartest man alive. Bears Hour Live.
Son of a bitch, you better block.
Bears Hour Live. We go on live right after Bears games with your boys draft talk and the smartest man alive. Ran up with the true analysis you expect. Raw passion for the show. Bears fans get nothing less. Locked in with real emotion and passion for every play. Coach Phil to bring that range. In with facts like shade. Post game show like nothing else you're gonna hear. Some can try to copy, but our bucket's not sincere. Delivering the truth on what just happened, to be clear. That's why we're on TV, so you can see it, not just hear. Hey, yo, with Draft Dr. Phil, you know it's always hit sticks. True to fundamentals, never gimmicks and tricks. Guess we're moving Soldier Field up to Arlington Heights. Mill out counting bucks while the mayor big fight. As our life keeps growing, Shane's all knowing. Delivering the truth on how the QB's throwing. Dimes on time, just lacking fundamental. Whatever the case, we get hot like Senso. Fiery discussion on what happened in the game. This ain't your daddy's postgame, so expect the fucking flame. Not for the average fan, a loss they can survive.
But don't you worry.
Bears Hour Live.
Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour Live. We go on
Let him sit his ass there again. I don't think we're that much worse.
The myth, the Red Legend, Dr. Phil Ototion.
This is football, baby. Culture is the problem. Let's get it on. Little things. Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour
Son of a bitch, you better
Bears
block.
Hour Live.
That's what happens. That's when we have a real
Right
good team.
after Bears
And let's
games
get it
with
on.
your boys draft talk and the smartest.
Give me some fucking names.
This is Bears Hour Live.
And the Chicago Bears are now on the clock. Number one pick secured. Welcome to BHL. The Bears beat up on the Atlanta Falcons. I guess the weather did play a factor. I heard it wasn't going to, but that's a story for another day. Bears winners today, 37-17. What are they going to do? One more game to go up in Lambeau. I know my guy DDP is here, ready to go. Not smiling. I know he's a little bit tired, but we got lots to talk about, I think, Phil.
Oh, yeah. Lots to talk about in a condensed version of BHL. Happy New Year. Well, we're almost there, Shane.
Yeah, we got a little ways to go, but yeah, hey, it's always feels good to win. Tyreek Stevenson coming away with a couple of picks. I don't want to steal any of your rant points, but I think the defense had me a little bit worried there. You can't want to see him giving up 75-yard screen plays for 6 and then the long Heineke run where I would be marking down Montez Sweat with a loaf on that one. He definitely pulled up very early. Didn't like seeing that, but I'll let you get into it, man. What you got?
What I have today is caution. That's the word for me. I caution Bears fans to get too worked up over these wins versus teams that are beaten down and overwhelmed. Chicago Bears, we've never ever hidden from the fact of the talent they have on this roster. In fact, situational football continues to escape this coaching staff, and it's very frustrating to watch. But the positives, the escapability of Justin Fields on display of what he could do with a offense designed to embrace what he does, instead of trying to fit him into an offense that requires the quarterback to predetermine, find answers, and anticipate these throws on time. This is the dilemma that Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears, who, as Shane pointed out, are on the clock with the first overall pick. That's why I say caution. The Atlanta Falcons are horrible, and the weather completely plays into a dome team's hands. If you think that it doesn't, I got another thing coming for you with the kicker missing 2 field goals, and we could go, and you could just tell, almost like Jared Goff in the cold, what's going to transpire. The Chicago Bears have a defense, and I'm just telling you, I got to give this another recognition. I was wrong about Gervon Dexter. I just continue to see this kid grow. I didn't know if he was going to embrace or have that motor, but I really believe that Andrew Billings and his presence around this young football player, as well as adding, obviously, Montez Sweat, has really uncovered something special here with that kind of size. Could he put it all together? He's really doing it right now. I get excited about this young man. Shane and everybody at that time in the draft, looking back at just the tape, was he going to be too slow off the ball? Right now, he's grown. I would say he is the biggest story for me this season based on these last 6 games when I've had a very close eye on him. That's huge for the defensive interior. And then you see the other rookies, as Shane pointed out. It really puts you in a great place where you can move on from Jalen Johnson and keep these young rookies that are dialed in. You got Kyler Gordon in the slot playing that nickel, and you got Terrell Smith and Stevenson. I mean, guy is what we thought he'd be. I thought he was the best pick next to Darnell Wright, and he's probably behind Gervon Dexter right now. So you're looking at Ryan Poles doing a really good job with this rookie class. You got to give it up for that. Justin Fields, again, I don't get caught. I'm going to watch the tape, but I felt like he left some plays out there. Hated seeing him get smashed late and not getting the call again. It's getting tiresome. And then I hate seeing him miss these open throws. Even the early throw to DJ Moore, he's got him down the right sideline. He forces this ball outside the numbers, and DJ Moore has to become Willie Mays over the shoulder on the opposite side to catch it. If he just drops it down, it's big time touchdown. These are the inconsistencies as a passer we see with him. Again, fans are going to fan. I'm just looking at what I see technique wise. Atlanta, pause. They're not good. Just not. And they're worse in the weather. So realistically, this is a game where I want to see, and then the end sack, Shane, just why are we even calling that? And why are you holding on to the ball so long? Again, you take an unnecessary possible turnover and scoop and score there. These are the things that infuriate me when I watch this offense around Justin Fields. Khalil Herbert stepping up here. I don't like the fact that they benched Deonta Foreman. I don't know where that's going. Why Travis Homer or whoever else they need on this football team. I think you need to see Foreman, Herbert, and Johnson. Again, Chicago Bears continue to baffle me in the personnel department. But obviously, you got to give it up for Justin Fields' ability to escape, the athleticism. There's some things that he did out there on the wet surface that plays into his game. It doesn't erase what I see of him, but it's certain you got a quarterback that played a great game today. I gotta give that to him. Is he the future? I'm against that. That's my truth. I don't know if you could continue doing what we saw today. And that's just the honest truth. That's just my truth, Shane. So there's my rant.
Yeah, I mean,
where you are on it.
Well, the one thing that I would point out that I was a little surprised with what you said, I'm 100%, and I've shifted my focus. I'm 100% bringing Jalen Johnson back with the money that you're going to have available. Yeah, I'm not going to deplete. I'm not taking away anything from this defense when you're talking about a guy that's 24 years old. I think there's room for all of them easily. And this defense with another edge rusher and the development of Jervon Dexter with Montez Sweat, you have the building blocks to be special on that side of the ball. In this secondary, like I said, you're talking about, you get past Eddie Jackson, Phil. You're talking about your oldest guy is 24 years old. Terrell Smith is an older rookie. He's a couple of months younger than Jalen Johnson, but I'm moving forward with all of these guys, and you have the money to do it. The one thing that we wanted Jalen to do coming in to this season was to take the ball away. We've seen that. I'm sure he would have got in on that today a little bit more, but again, he's a guy that's had that shoulder has been banged up 3 times surgically, so it's going to be a medical.
And he did it in this game,
play into this,
which plays into this whole money situation. And listen, Fields having a great game in front of Atlanta, that's a good thing for Chicago Bears and Ryan. Ryan Poles has to make this decision.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm not a hater at all.
Well, now
I see fans. Oh, you're a hater. I'm just telling you the truth. I just broke down all the tape yesterday. We all saw what we see. I'm over the top embracing. I was wrong about Jervon Dexter. I will always admit, I don't hide behind shit. There was some good moments for Justin Fields today.
Oh, that incomplete pass that Tyler Scott should have had. That's one of the best incomplete passes I think you'll see from any team. I came right up out of my seat on that. I mean, that was a fucking dot. And Tyler Scott, you got to catch that football, man. I'm not talking about the one where he has his back to the
about the end zone.
Yeah, my son.
That was a great throw.
Dude, that was a goddamn dot. He ripped that one. It was very. Do you remember the play? It looked very, very similar. It wasn't quite as long. Alshon's rookie year. I think it was his first game against Indy. Jay Cutler hit him almost in the same exact spot. Jay had a little bit more air, but I mean, Justin he showed his arm talent on that. So that was really fun to see. But no, man, the most important thing beyond guys playing well and you getting the W is what happened away from the field today in Soldier Field was Carolina laying down and getting their asses kicked by CJ Beathard and the Jacksonville Jaguars, because now you go into this offseason and you're the king of the hill. Once again, you control it. Arizona, massive win in Philly. That moves everybody up, and it moves Washington up. It moves New England up. And again, and I know if you're anti-Justin or pro-Justin, the window is now wide open if this maintains, and we'll see if it does. If Ryan Poles and crew decides that, hey, we're going to build on Justin, now you have the ability to flip back one pick. And if you want to get into the Marvin Harrison Jr. sweepstakes at number 2, if they sent Caleb Williams to DC, where he's from, where he grew up, where he went to high school, that's going to 100% be in play. You hold their feet to the fire. And if you decide you're staying with Justin, you are holding that pick absolute ransom.
Without a doubt.
I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't give a shit if it's one spot I'm dropping down. It's starting with 3 first rounders. You want your guy? That's where it's starting. That's where it's starting. I said this last year. Ryan Poles has to become a fucking assassin once again. Just like he tried to do with Houston last year and go down one spot. You have to do the same thing. Now you're in the chair and everybody's coming to you. You control this entire offseason. Or you stand pat, and you draft Caleb Williams and you trade Justin Fields. Man, this offseason is going to
I just will get it out of the way.
Oh, no,
I am trading Justin Fields. I am moving on from that. I'm not afraid to. I'm going off of the months and 3 years of tape now, watching the intricacies of his inability to anticipate these throws and the lack of mechanics and everything. If we're going to jump on an Atlanta Falcons dome team in a snowstorm, cold, I've been down that road before. I saw Michael Vick here quit against the Bears. I've seen these dome teams flounder 100 times. I would have embraced this Fields needing this kind of offensive coordinator coming into this season. Somebody that embraced his talents, built off of it. And again, I would be a part of keeping Justin Fields if Jim Harbaugh is the head coach, because I then know he's going to embrace the talents. He's going to do what is needed to be done. Eberflus clearly can't do it.
Yeah, situationally, it's still a massive
embarrassing
issue. Getsy gets off his scripted 15, and it's an instant nosedive. I mean, fans, if you want to know what we're talking about with the scripted 15, the first 15 plays, that's what they work on. It's the scripted 15. When they get to the 16th, 17th, and 18th, like today, it was 3 and out instantly. You see the difference once they get beyond that, and it's a big problem. And
there's a lot of problems here. Yeah. Atlanta. I picked Atlanta to win without knowing the weather, and it ain't gonna happen like that. But that's where I am. We could debate all day. The reality is, Ryan Poles, as Shane said, Bears have the number 1 pick. I'm happy because I understand you're never going to get to where you need to go with a terrible head coach that can't embrace the quarterback's talents. I have uncovered them over and over, feeding the media information of how they don't like Justin Fields or whatever it is. I'm talking about the Bears coaching staff, and we see it. And then it happens again and again. And today they had a great day. And let's just applaud the fact that, Ryan Poles should take a bow. Getting DJ Moore and Montez Sweat, he missed with Chase Claypool, but DJ Moore has been 100 out of the ballpark trade. You're talking about a number 1 tone-setting wide receiver.
Right. This is
the likes of Deebo Samuel. that kind of embrace of power on the football field is displayed each and every week by DJ Moore. That is a home run.
So real quick, Phil, Field Yates sent out this tweet in game when it was wrapped up once Carolina losses. Bears GM Ryan Poles traded the first pick in the 2023 NFL draft for what has become wide receiver DJ Moore, 92 catches, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Offensive tackle, Darnell Wright, rookie starter. Cornerback, Tyreek Stevenson, rookie starter with 2 interceptions today. The number 1 pick in the 2024 NFL draft and a 2025 second round pick. This is what I'm saying. You have to, even if you have to have your mind set up and fans are going to get mad, if he's got his mind made,
a generational quarterback.
No, that's what I'm saying. But Phil, you have to play both sides of the fence until you make the trade. They made the trade last year on March 10th. So we have a ways to go right before the beginning of the league year. So you have a long way to go of people getting upset, and they're going to make up their mind. And it's maybe they stay with Justin, maybe they're giddy that they're going to draft Caleb Williams, and we're going to have it covered from beginning to end. We're going to talk about it here on TTNL with you guys. But the biggest, most important piece of all of this is if you were drafted at number 2, it's a completely different offseason. It's a completely different talking point.
Oh my God. You hold the fucking nuke.
Yeah.
You have the power here. You've built up whatever video game. Cameron Riaz, I was just putting you back up there. Thank you for the $10. Gun Geek, well said, Phil. I also said Dexter was good. I'm glad you said Dexter was good.
Yeah, we talked about him on round 2, draft day with Herb Howard. With this being high, and we all had the same concerns. You watched it on tape, Phil. We pointed it out. Oh my God!
He was even the beginning of the season. He was
standing straight up. When he wasn't standing straight up, he was slow,
lazy, slip.
But Phil,
I'm like, here we go. This kid has improved,
but he's bringing versatility to this party now because they're pushing him outside. Yeah, and
he's running down plays.
Some of his power, Phil, when I see him on tape with the strength that he's playing with, does it remind you at all of Akeem Hicks? The way that he overpowers some guys? You're talking about a kid that just turned 22. He's younger than Jalen Carter. I mean, I'm not saying he's Akeem Hicks, but I'm talking about the power and the physical frame that he has to grow into. That's the type that you're talking about, that type of raw power. So
he is.
It's a big deal.
Listen, I was wrong about the dude. Again, you can't. If we sit down with these guys, we can have some answers. Determination. If God gives you all the tools, Jay Cutler, all the tools, you have to decide how much do you work, how hard do you work on your craft. Dexter has been tremendous. I mean, these last 5 games, he's honestly, you struck gold there. And that's that. I hate to say it. Shadow Boy 329, $5. I think Ryan Poles will keep Matt Eberflus and Justin and pick up Eric Bieniemy as OC, as he's hinting at, obviously, former Bears linebacker Ron Rivera getting ousted in Washington, and Eric Bieniemy becoming a free to sign anywhere or become a head coach or OC. I think it's a mistake to keep Matt Eberflus. 100%. I think you're playing in fool's gold. Ryan Cox sent me a comment. I don't know what Atlanta was playing for today, but it certainly wasn't for a playoff.
No, I mean, I was actually more concerned about Heineke coming into the game than I was Ritter. I was kind of bummed when they benched Ritter, but I mean, Heineke, if he didn't have his legs today, he made a couple of nice passes, but I mean, like I said,
underthrew.
100%.
Wide open in cover 2. He underthrows it.
I saw somebody in the chat say, come on, we played in the bad weather too. That's not the point. The Bears are an outdoor team. The Bears are this is what they do. This is who they are. They live in the, I'm not saying that it's inclement weather, because it's been pretty nice. But when I went on and talked to the Atlanta Falcons guys breaking down, previewing this game, they said, no, we're built for bad weather. And I'm like, well, you're a dome team that doesn't play outside in cold weather. So why would you be built for that? It doesn't make any sense.
Shane is. I was laughing. I'm like, oh my God. We'll have to bring them back on post-game mortem. Justin Fields did some amazing things out there. There's no questioning. We've never hidden from his immense athletic ability and his ability to play off script and make big plays.
Gosh, it's the NFL, man. Anything can happen. But are you telling me that Arizona is built to win outside? That was the point. I'm not saying that it's impossible for a team to do that, guys. Just quit trying to be so quick to finding somebody to try to prove somebody wrong, guys. It's not listening to
snowing here in Chicago. Atlanta.
Arizona's not a team built to win outside. That doesn't make any sense. That's all I'm saying.
Sam Burns, $5. Thank you, Sam. I'm riding with Fields, but happy I don't have to make the decision. There you go. I honestly, as I talked to Shane privately and Greg Braggs of the HGO and Kenneth Davis, our own guy, Ivan Vargas and Adam Rank, all of these guys, everybody's all over the place in regards to this decision. For me, I'm telling you what I've seen based on that. You're going to have great days. Fucking think of a quarterback. They've had great days. Anyone. Fucking any quarterback. They're going to have great days. Can they consistent? Right now, Justin hasn't consistently been the quarterback that you're going to build on going to the Super Bowl. That's it.
We talked about it at halftime, Phil, and people get upset about it and they want to say that we're haters because you're pointing out flaws, and everybody wants to comp him to Lamar Jackson. Well, Lamar Jackson in year 2 was the MVP of the league and threw for 36 touchdowns. Going into today's game, Justin had 39 touchdowns in his career. So they're not
even close.
Stylistically and athletically, yeah, you can make the comparison. But as a pure passer, they're not the same right now, guys. Get mad at that if you want to. He's the MVP of the league in year 2. Guys.
Year 2, 39 touchdowns, or 36 he had that year. In 1 year, 36. Come on. He's had it 39 in his career. So it's like we scrimmage. I'm coaching 3rd and 4th grade, right? And we're scrimmaging teams with 6th graders on their team. Do you think you're going to have a chance to win? No. It's a cheat code. Let's just look at it for what it is. End of the day, the contract is going to push the needle. Mo, $1.99 on the side of the road eating pizza. He's saying Justin Fields guaranteed money, as Shane has pointed out. If you put the 5th-year option, it's $25 million.
Yeah, it's going to be right around $25 million. And again, it's all going to come down to where they grade the quarterbacks, guys. You don't get mad at me or Phil for saying this. Financially, this is going to be a big part of where they're going to go.
2 years in a row, your number 1 overall pick. The odds of that happening. How many teams have done that? The Jaguars? The Lions? You see where you are? Again,
you have
this was a great team win today, Shane. Right?
Oh, absolutely. There's people that wanted the Bears to lose today for draft position. You're playing with house money with Carolina's pick, not worried about where their next pick falls in line. So right now at Tankathon, if you go there with the updates, we're still at 10.
We're at 10.
Yeah, you're still
So
at
you got
10.
number 1 and 10.
Yeah, and that's I'm perfectly content with that. We have a week. We have a week to
money
go.
in the bank. What's that song? You ain't got no money in the bank. You be walking around all stank. That's a bunch of fans right now. I'm rooting for the jersey here.
Calibus, or however you want to say your name. You obviously have
Crazy
your mind.
puss.
You have
Crazy
your
puss.
mind made up,
Calibus.
obviously, because you're not. We've done shows for about 6 weeks in a row talking about this. Nobody said that 25 million is too much for a quarterback. So yeah, holy shit, your comment is fucking dumb. Right, exactly. You got that part right. You have to guarantee him 25 million for 2025 on May 2nd, 2024, which falls in line when? Right after the draft. And guess what? If they believe in Caleb Williams, we don't know that yet. You have to be willing to secure Justin with a deal that's going to be anywhere from 45 to 55 million dollars a season to sign him long term. He's not going to want to be here under a 1-year deal. It very rarely, if ever, happens. Go check out and see who his agent is. David Mulata moves people out of places. That's another thing that's going to happen here. What if Justin goes to his guy and says, I want a fresh start someplace? You may not want to believe it, but that happens all the time, guys. It's a part of it. You have to be comfortable today with committing to Justin anywhere from 45 to 55 million dollars a year moving forward.
Gotta do it. I mean,
what it is.
That's where I'm not.
What it is.
Just look no further than the New York Giants and what they did with Danny Dimes. They went to the playoffs. They got fooled by playing lesser talent down the stretch. They made some play, and now where are they? You can't put yourself. You have to do the right thing for the jersey. Once you start getting fantasy football fanboy, then you start losing an understanding of what it is in the future. Inconsistency is never going to take you to the Super Bowl. Okay? Every Trent Dilfer story someone throws out at me, forgetting the fact that the defense carried the Baltimore Ravens to they did it with Trent Dilfer. You can win with no. Can't do it. It's not happening anymore.
Yeah. Dominique, you're a moron. How about that? Nobody here hates Justin Fields. We've never said that. You're an idiot. Be better.
We try to bring the truth, Dominique. What would you want us to say about Justin Fields right now? Great. What did he play?
Real quick, Javon, let me ask you this. Is Miami drafting number 1? Do they have the option to take any quarterback in the draft that they want? No. So that's the difference. If you would have listened, what I said
Javon in a corner.
If you have
Shane,
if you don't have the number,
you have the number 1 pick.
It's a completely different story.
Change
I just
the whole
said that 5 minutes ago. But again, everybody has their glasses on that. Phil and Shane hate Justin Fields. By the way, never been uttered on these airwaves and at any time. But everybody is so full of piss and vinegar and hate and vitriol because of this situation. You're only hearing what you want to hear. And come on, guys. Be better listeners, please. Nobody here hates Justin Fields. This is a story. Guess what? I'll say it again. Because we have the number 1 pick in the draft. Guess what? If Miami had the number 1 pick in the draft, guess what they'd be doing? They'd be talking about Caleb versus Tua. Phil and Shane are Tua haters too. I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
We're trying to fix.
It's embarrassing. It's
trying to
there's
fix this.
patrons, TTNL patrons in here that are questioning what we're saying. No, you're wrong because they're not listening to what is being said. This is a story because they have the first overall pick. They control the draft. How hard is that to figure out? Nobody wants to listen.
With some dynamic quarterbacks in a league that is based on quarterbacks, that you have to make the choice. You have to make the choice. I'm in between right now, says Lawrence Chisholm. I want Justin Fields, but I understand the move for a new QB. Think Ryan Poles will do
Somebody's
good.
going to read that and say, Lawrence is a
Lawrence, you're a fucking Justin Fields hater.
Love you, man. I just don't get it. It makes me laugh.
Yazir Ahmed, $9.99. Thank you. Poll sticks with Fields. Grab T. Higgins. Trade down. Draft MHJ 3rd overall. Well, we don't know that he'll last the 3rd overall, but he probably will, depending on who you trade down with, because then Washington's there. They need a quarterback. But you're not going to get 4 receivers here.
You want to sign T. Higgins and draft Marvin Harrison? Yeah, no.
You're going to, if you're getting MHJ, that's where you're going with your receiver. Just letting you know, Yazir. Not going to sign T. Higgins as well. Kyle Flynn, $5. The Bears only scored 3 points in the second half, all the way to the 9-minute mark in the 4th quarter. $5.
Everything's fixed, Kyle. Just ask everybody else, because there was some really cool plays against a 7-win team today. It's all fixed.
Nightfire 091, $1.99. Thank you. None of this works if they keep Flus, Justin Fields, or Caleb. I'm 100% with you, bro. I've watched this team on both sides of the football. I'm telling you, as we predicted in the offseason prior to Montez Sweat, this team has a lot of talent. There's no excuses for anybody. They went out there. They continue to lose.
We didn't say that to Lawrence for sure. I think he's talking about the hate. Oh, we got the same thing. Phil and I were being called racist when we wanted them to draft.
Get Lawrence a fucking t-shirt.
We will. Lawrence, hit me up on Twitter.
Get him a t-shirt.
We'll get you a hoodie.
We gotta get him the
don't
run gun.
We're both Caleb Williams fans on top of it. So yeah, make it make sense. It's all good though.
Join the club, Lawrence. Happy New Year to you, Lawrence. Will 48, $9.99. What do you think the Bears will do with the coaching staff, Fields, and 3, the draft picks? Not what you think they should do, but if you had to bet your house on it. Very clear here where he wants.
What do you think the Bears will do with the coaching staff, Fields, draft picks? Not what you think they should do, but if you had to bet, I think that Matt Eberflus is back as the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Not what I want. That's what I think that the Bears are going to do.
I gotta go take a timeout and cry.
I said it 2 weeks ago, Phil. That was my gut, and I
can't do it. It's just fool's gold.
But
it's
Phil,
just hysterical.
Go away from what you want. What do you think the franchise is going to do? I think they're bringing him back.
I think they're going to fire the coach.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. I think they're going to fire the coach. I broke it all down.
Got to give Bunnery some credit here, because this made me laugh. You literally just said you wanted to give Justin credit in your rant and said that he played well, and people are still losing their minds. They're bringing up shit because we were all Mac Jones fans in the draft. That's still
there.
Yeah, it's funny.
Listen, I'm not going to continue to beat a dead horse here. Atlanta on the snowy ground and all of that, the perfect storm for the Chicago Bears, and their situational football is still putrid. So this is what the Bears, I just want to keep as his thing up here. An answer. Coaching staff, I believe. You know what? What they will do is disappoint me. So coaching staff stays. Fields gets traded. Draft picks are kept. Fields gets you a number 2 or a 1 from Atlanta. That's what I think they will do. I feel like they'll bring in a new coach and get a new quarterback under Kevin Warren. Or is that... I feel like... I don't know what they would do. The Ian Rappaport stuff made me rant.
Yeah, I mean, well, 100%. They're gonna listen. They're gonna sit down with these quarterbacks. They're gonna talk to them. And Phil, I talked to you about this privately. They're gonna sit down with Caleb Williams, and they want to be able to believe in the man and see what he's all about, one-on-one. And if you have legitimate concerns or questions, that's going to be a big part of what plays into it. You have to turn over every stone. Here's Flus.
Finally. Then we got to knock out these super chats. There's no audio for Flus.
Yeah, and I know it's on my end.
Can't hear him. Maybe he hasn't turned on the mic yet.
There it comes.
Oh, there he is.
All right. Good afternoon to all. Everybody's doing well. Happy New Year to everybody.
We know they played in the same weather. Terrell.
The game. I was just in the locker room with the fellows.
Thank you for the
$2.
Shane answered that one.
Really good
talking about the Falcons.
We obviously have your adversities during a football game, and the way you handle those is by just keep executing, and keep doing a good job of hanging together. And I thought the guys did a nice job with that for the most part. Early part of the game, defense gives up some bigger plays that we hadn't given up. Credit to the Falcons. They did a nice job, but our defense held serve. They're into the field goal range. They ended up missing a couple of field goals, and that was good. But offense came out, did a really nice job in the first half. I really love the way we were feeding DJ in the first half. That was really good. And we had some explosives, not only in the first half, but the entire day. And we were aggressive. We had an aggressive mindset during this course of this game. We knew we were playing a good football team, and we certainly needed to be in that mode. So to speak, but with overall though, I really appreciate the guys in there, the way they've been battling, the way they've been fighting. To go 5-0 here in the last 5 games at home, and again, I just credited the Bears fans, on the radio show.
Just say we won the last 5 games.
And I know we started out rough this year.
Go 5-0 at home.
Battled back to make it 5-0, which
on the last 5 games.
To the fans, they really help us.
I just
out.
hate manipulation. That's politics.
Really good job in terms of that.
So fucking dumb. The verbiage of it
today,
becomes like this shield of stupidity for stupid meatball fans.
Numbers there. We had a couple touchdowns. The 0 turnovers was awesome. We had the sacks. But we certainly can clean those up. But he also had some really good escapes. That created some first downs for us. That was really good. Obviously Herbert. Was 18 carries for 124. 6.9 average. Getting more physical.
I wanted to see Khalil get in on that.
I thought he made some really nice shots today.
That sucked that he got stopped at the 1.
And then the defense. The defense did a really good
job. This is Matt Eberflus's best thing. List all the positives.
Fourth quarter. The first thing in the fourth quarter.
Did you watch
on offense,
Coach from the line, Campbell, last night?
Yeah.
And the 3rd and 4th down stops.
That's what I want to see.
3rd and 4th down
my coach.
I love the guy that said to him, "Coach, why are you so mad? Why are you so upset?" I'm like, "What a dumb question."
Then really be good at situational ball at the end to finish the thing.
He almost punched him.
We did that
for a second.
We did what we needed to do. It wasn't perfect, but we did what we needed to do.
We did what we needed to do. You're never going to win with this. I'm telling you.
In that locker room right now, almost an understanding big picture wise
Great
about where this is headed. How would you describe the direction that this group is on?
Yeah, I think when you go through adversity, when you go through hard, it's
the Falcons lost to the Panthers. Let's put it into fucking perspective, okay?
You're doing right now when you have success.
That's all I could say. This is a down spiraling team.
Supposed to do this, and we know how hard
the quarterback situation,
and our guys completely
this hyped up defense that they had, intimidated by the cold.
Some guys came in.
Easy to see.
But the guys that have been around,
Easy.
the rookies that we signed that first year, that believed, that hey, we're going to get this thing done and we're going to turn this thing into the right way. Just again, I know it's a couple wins and all that, but I'm just saying, like, just to get
Shane
that
said it. 3 number ones. That's where we start.
for the players
Yeah.
in there.
Then you're looking at player.
You want me to answer the call? Any calls starting with 3 number ones, 100%. And I don't care who I'm talking to.
Talking to Washington at number 2. They want their guy, but you got
That's what we've been searching.
New England on the
We've been
phone
searching
that
for
wants
We've been
their
talking
that
and
guy.
working on that during the course of the
Okay,
week.
so let's.
And
And,
Denver
we're starting to do that,
and
so he
Denver.
has the ability to.
You're getting 3 ones to start.
Those critical situations, the 3rd down, 2 minutes.
Then you're looking at their roster and identifying a young talent
all the time
that
on
you
first
can
and
add
second
to
down,
your
but there's
team.
Sometimes when you're creating,
George,
because
we
it's
just
a critical
listed.
down, we need to get that
We
down.
talked
We gotta
about
create.
Dexter.
And
We just
before it was
gave
mostly
Justin
with his
Fields.
legs, but now you're
Phil
starting to see him
gave
work out of the
Justin
pocket,
Fields
look
major
downfield,
praise. We just
and,
praised
make some
Khalil
big
Herbert.
strikes.
We
And
praised the
last couple weeks are a great
defense. We
example of
praised
that.
Jalen Johnson.
That's how
We
you got a
praised Tyreek
defense.
Stevenson.
Stevenson.
That's what
We
makes it
praised
really hard when
Tyler
you got a
Gordon.
scrambling guy like that that can move
Again,
around.
I love you,
Very
George.
accurate
You're just
going
hearing
defense.
what you want to hear. Clearly. Come on, man. Please. You get so, not you specifically, but so laser focused on one thing.
Every
nothing else enters the brain.
Guess where we're going at the end of the season and after next week? On our couch watching the fucking playoffs again. Do you understand this, Bears fans?
And then I'll meet with Getsy. We'll watch it together.
Okay.
And I'll meet with the defense and watch
Him
it.
and
And then we'll watch
Getsy
it with
all watch
Hightower. So I'll watch it a few times
over and over.
and we'll clean and wash it like we do any game. There's a lot of things that we can improve.
Terrible.
But there's a lot of good things we want to build upon.
The NFL is watered down and above itself.
Right. So
Why do you think I'm infuriated? Why do the Bears lose a lot?
That's where it is. This is what this game was.
Situational football. We're in the fucking shotgun on 3rd and 1. We're an empty set on 3rd and 2. This is the stuff. Incomplete. Sack. Our center's holding. We haven't answered the center call yet.
Fundamentals, and we'll continue to do that every single practice this week, and we'll have a plan for each guy. And the fundamentals win games.
You're going to be happy. We're keeping Getsy and Eberflus moving forward. No, that's a nightmare.
That's what we're going to end up doing this week.
This is the McCaskey politics bullshit.
What went into the decision to kick the 55-yard?
I think someone sent me a great.
It's going to be interesting to see what his response to the 55.
The 55.
No, you thought wrong. That was with the win. That's
here he's getting spicy.
Melting it down to the last part of it, and it was a monster kick, and we took the chance for it. And again, the risk you take when you take that kick is exactly what happened. And everybody's holding their breath, and oh my gosh, this is going to happen. They're going to return it, and the guys did a good job of covering it.
They almost returned it, bro.
For a bunch of seconds there, but again, that's the risk you take. So we thought we did a good job. In terms of where it was. Again, that's not. I credit Cairo for going out there and hitting the damn good kick. But again, that's
can't make that comparison, Irish. I mean, you're talking college football where you're out talenting every team you play 95% of the time. Come on.
You're trying to make those game kind of closing plays. I know you guys did enough. But you go back to play like Jermaine's.
I was waiting for that comment.
Tyler back in the zone, penalties on Justin Jones and Lucas. Easy to try and make those plays when you're trying to slam the door.
Yeah, that's a great point, Herb. I will say that you hit it right on the head there, because those are the critical plays when you start rising, the buoy starts to rise, and you have to play better teams and good teams as you go, and you want to make a run. All those plays matter, and I'm going to point every one of those out to the guys and understand exactly where we need to be with our mindset, because those plays will hurt you, and they do. They set you behind the sticks. They put you.
Sam Burns, $2. I see Getsy getting fired and Jonico promoted.
And when you're playing,
thank you, Sam.
I don't think that can be the answer.
That's going to make a difference.
I don't see that.
Learn from that, and
you have to get someone with a specific understanding of Justin Fields if that's the way you're going.
ADP, just so you know, I don't coach football. Never have. Really have no interest in it. So
And what do you think it did?
Guess what? You're wrong. I know it's weird.
You know, just being
Can't
aggressive.
even believe
your
it, but
opening series, you
there
want
you go.
to feed your best player, and I think that's important to do. And you want to let the other team know that he's here, and
They
you got to
come
cover.
into our
And
show.
so I think it's really good by
Talk. I
by
love that.
Luke. And
Start their own
obviously
show. That's what they should
Justin
do.
connecting
Do
with
it.
DJ.
Put your name to
That's
it.
always
You
important.
got it all figured out.
Catacon, $5. Phil, I'm scared they'll keep Fields.
Yeah.
I heard someone say Fields' cap is Dak, and we'll miss out on Caleb, hoping for Flus to carry this team.
Well, if you're waiting for Flus to carry the team, we're all in
Take
trouble.
all the ones you can get, right?
Yeah.
And, yeah. He's doing a really good job in terms of his length, playing with, that style. that we're
Flus
talking
is a
about.
scary
And the hustle,
situation.
and the hitting, and the playing the run is also important too. Everybody wants to see
Daryl, I had a
passion,
couple
flair
people reach out to me
when it
about that.
comes,
Make sure that
rushing the
your
passer.
device
And
that you
again,
have your
that's what they get
notifications
paid to
is
do,
up
for
to
sure.
date.
But we got to be
Usually
that quick
it's
player.
not
He's
when that
working towards
happens. And
He's
once you
getting
do
better
that,
every
it'll
single week,
fix any
to be
issue
that.
you have. So
What do you
check
think has
that out.
changed for your team from the beginning of the season to the way they play now? What we saw today didn't look anything like the first couple of months.
Yeah, I would just say continuity, right? We had a lot of injuries. We had a lot of new guys. We signed all those new free agents. We had a bunch of new rookies that we drafted, and just that continuity piece playing together. And I really just think it's that. I really do, and I really can't point to anything else. But a lot of hard work in between that point and this point now. Of the men in that locker room, the coaches, in that locker room, and everybody working, the performance staff, everybody working together, through adversity, and through that hardness it took, of losing those games in the early part of the year, and now we really do a good job of making this thing, where it's we're playing some good football. It's not great, it's not where it needs to be, but it's good football, it's solid, and it's winning football, and we just got to keep doing that.
Right before the 2-minute warning, you guys called for a play action deep shot. Justin ended up getting hit.
It's just kind of implied at this point, Calabas.
Yeah, I mean, it's
He's
they end up calling him up.
got to be
before the 2-minute
replaced. I
warning,
think
so
we
it's
all
really
know
free
that.
play. We needed first one.
Not the
first
holding
down
call
to
on him
just,
was
reel
bullshit,
it
though.
out, and we were just trying to
On
get the first
Justin's
down.
run,
So when
it
they
was
called him
awful.
up for the 2-minute, that's
It was a hold. It was
But-
way away from the play. It was,
Yeah.
and it
Jesus
wasn't open.
And the
Christ.
guy was just trying to, he was,
So we just got to do a
like I
better
think
job of,
Tucker said, he
throwing it
wasn't
away,
even trying to
but,
make a play
again,
on the
we,
ball. He was just trying to
that's,
sell the
that's-
hold,
that's
and he
smart
did it.
doing that.
Coach, what was your reaction to the report yesterday from Ian Rappaport that you're going to be back as coach of the Bears next season?
Yeah, like I said, many times, my eyes are forward on the corrections of this game, and I really don't pay attention to that. And I'm a football coach, right? So I know there's always going to be noise out there, good or bad. And if you listen to either one of them, guess what? You ain't doing your job. And for me, doing my job
That's
is
actually
focus
a
on
good
the men in that
answer.
locker room and the coaches and the development of the Chicago Bears, and that's what I'm going to do.
Coach, how do you feel personally from last season? The defense was good, and you had a rough 14 games winning streak. So the point you're at now, your defense is dominant. They're Super Bowl ready.
Hands down, that's not what we're saying. I was on a show where the host
Yeah, it's
for
really,
Atlantic
like I said, the credit
Falcons
to
analysts,
the
and they
players.
told me that it
The
didn't
players
matter,
put a lot of hard
that
work in
Atlanta
there.
was
They've
built
really
for
bought
bad
into
weather.
the system.
And
This system
I
has a
said,
lot
how
of
is it
history
not
that goes
a
way
factor?
back, right? So if you
When
just
you guys are
believe in the
coming,
system,
you're a dome
the
team
coverages have changed
in a
over the
warm
years.
weather state, coming to Chicago where it's going to be cold and snow. And they told me they were built for it. That's what we're talking
They all
about.
do. And
It has nothing to do with the Bears and Falcons both playing in it. It was about that
That
show.
goes all the way back. And we got a lot of Hall of Famers in there, a lot of gold jacket guys. And we can always point to those guys. And the guys are excited to be in the system, and they're buying in.
You guys got the number one pick in the draft.
Just get rid of
I know you're worried
some
about
trolls.
this game and then next week.
Bounce them.
That's fine. No. Getting ready, Pat.
Dalton, my boy, I can't see your comment.
That, if any,
Copy it, paste it, put it back.
Yeah,
You're
I really don't pay
$9.99.
attention to
We
it right now
appreciate
because
you.
I don't think we're picking tomorrow. So, I think, you know what I mean? So, the focus, like I said, for you to do your job the right way is you got to be here right now, get your eyes forward to the next thing. And next thing for me is to go spend some time with my wife and my family tonight. I will look at the tape, at the house. I got it hardwired in, and then we'll move
He
on.
had to put that
I
in there.
agree with D here. I've noticed a change in him talking even last week. I
Yeah,
think
like
he
said,
knows
I'm focusing on right here, right now. We'll have all those conversations
that he's back.
at the
I
end,
really do.
with everybody.
I think you can hear it in his
that's
voice. I
involved,
think you
and,
can see it on his
I'm certainly
face.
excited to have those conversations.
Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we will tackle that when that is announced. I'm not a fan of it, but I am a fan of this guy, Kerry Franklin, with a great point here. Happy New Year's, TTNL and the chat. Well, some of you in the chat. I hope the Bears have a shot to make the playoffs next week. Do they still have a shot?
No,
No
they're
matter
out.
how they end up,
They would have still the Rams win put them out.
They're out, Kerry. That's it. The only thing we can see, can Eberflus beat Green Bay? And then George McCaskey will give him a lifetime deal
So we were expecting,
to be the Bears head coach.
They did leave him 1-on-1 most of the game, but that's how they've been playing guys all year. Sometimes they would have a safety over the top, but I think we moved them a good bit to where, they couldn't do that with our motions and shifts and stuff like that. So, of course, Line did a great job. And, he did a great job getting open all game. So.
Chris, $5. Thank you on New Year's Eve, the last day of the year.
He's right. You have to.
What we call
this is the sense of consistency that I want. Ryan Billings is wrong.
Yeah, DJ just really has.
There hasn't been consistent growth. It's been consistently inconsistent.
Not on offense.
Not on offense at all. Defense has obviously improved.
Line did a great job getting protected on that one. And great catch, great route by DJ. So
that was pretty cool when the stadium broke out and we want Fields.
Yeah,
I had to give him a big energy boost for sure.
That escape, bro. Oh my God, that was amazing.
Oh, it was. That was crazy.
You got 2 300-pounders finishing off you. He just gets out of it.
Somebody clip that audio clip for keeping it 100.
Where is Ivan? We don't even have any producers anymore.
Once you kind of get out, I just felt like it was one guy, boom, then another guy was on me, boom, then another guy was on me, boom, and then when I got out the third tackle, looked up, and then I just saw green grass, and just when you're running, just taking a peek at the first down marker and seeing where that is, and just trying to convert the third down on that. So
that was one of the best plays I've seen him ever make.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Out of that.
Yeah, with their outside leverage that they play in their one high, just get the safety moving one way. First read was DJ.
Well, I'm complimenting.
Yeah,
raw instinct.
Yeah, I heard it wrong. I have my hater earphones on.
Last season, I said if Williams was there, we have to make the pick. Right now, I'm on the fence. I'll understand either way it goes. Eberflus worries me. Another super chat, super standout, raw instinct. I wish I knew your real name. Here's our guy Dalton Spain. $4.99. I'm a Bears fan first and foremost. I want the best QB for the Bears, and yes, I love Justin. But I also understand where we are as a team.
Yeah, like I told y'all earlier.
There you go. I love Dalton too.
Yeah. Maybe his son will be the quarterback for us in a few years. I know he's a little baller.
He's a baller. I got the pleasure of meeting Dalton at the tailgate, and both of his kids are ballers.
Everybody did their job on, 3 phases. So we played complimentary football today. So
George, the actor, $1.90. Justin and Flu stay is his prediction. Getsy gone.
Yeah, I can see that.
Let's go see. I have no idea who the Bears.
I think everybody's going to connect the dots to Frank Reich.
It's gotta go. Josh McCown. That would be my favorite thing. He would understand.
At a minimum, bring him in as your QB coach.
He would understand how to get Justin exactly what he needs to do.
Comparatively to 365 days ago, what's the difference in direction and momentum that you feel?
Is that Dan Wiederer who'll be on Keeping It 100 this Wednesday night with us?
He will be.
Loves each other, so I think that's
good question, Dan.
We all push each other to be our best, no matter if we win or lose. We all look at what we could have done better, and we all can talk to each other. There's no guy that can't come talk to me on the team that can come up to me and be like, yo, you need to be better, or any guy that I can come to that I can go to and just be like, yo,
Who's gonna go up to you and say that?
We need to be better at this, and that. So everybody's carries himself.
Maybe DJ Moore. That's it.
The next person, really just a love in the locker room. I think that's
no one's saying that to you, Justin.
Gotten better.
I think Flus has some positives, man, but it just situationally, Phil, it's like pulling teeth with him. Like the third and one, and then the fourth
laughing
one.
at the kick. It was a great question. You shouldn't have kicked that.
Yeah.
We saw Wku Young miss how many kicks today. Guy's been as consistent as there is a kicker. Our kicker has been so consistent despite Bullet's feelings about him.
It's a great feeling, and ready to.
July 62. It's we've talked about this, but show me the person on your list on the offensive side of the football that there's a whole other half to the football.
Let me tell you, the cover 2-4-3 defense that they're playing isn't really that difficult. Sorry.
Wait until they face a big time quarterback.
Jesus Christ. Again, the list continues.
That was great. Ever since the moment
Heineke,
the fans here have been great.
Howell,
The team, I was saying,
Young,
like last year when we didn't have a good record. I mean, they're still
Zappy, Jones,
Chicago Bears fans,
Hoyer.
#1
These are the quarterbacks the Bears have beat.
We love y'all as a team, and they're always great. So definitely.
It's not. It's big part of the problem, George. It's not the only problem.
There's uncertainty about where
You're a patron. You got access. Phil just showed you twice.
I did, but I always do that.
If you want to say that Justin Fields is free from blame,
I definitely did.
Okay, cool.
Definitely,
you'd be wrong.
This game for the rest of my life. Just the atmosphere, the fans, the chants, the snow. I don't like snow as a quarterback, but looking back on it, it was great. Just the atmosphere, the fans, the game, and playing the hometown team where I'm from, beating them. So it was a good day today.
It's interesting that you start the season with Green Bay and now end the season with Green Bay. How different
This is the perfect storm right here.
Green Bay game.
The elephant in the room. Bears haven't beaten these guys.
Better than week 1.
When's the last time we beat the Packers?
We got a lot of new players.
2018.
2018. I was at the game to take the North. We won the NFC North. That's the last time we've beaten the Packers. Think about it.
Yeah, I think it was.
We're going to be back here covering this football team next week against Green Bay. How many puffy chest people are going to be ready for what transpires? Truthfully.
Yeah, Caesar. No, they're not. The teams that they beat are not NFL teams. Clearly, that's what
Caesar,
I said.
Completely missed
because who the quarterback is never is a factor. So you're super smart. Great comment.
Bullets, I completely picked the wrong team to win this week. I started my rant saying that.
I picked the Bears 26-20. I think I picked the Bears.
Yeah. Every time I pick them to lose, they win. So I'm going to pick them to lose again against Green Bay.
Definitely could have been flagged, but the one today went too bad.
That could have been part of my strategy, Bullets. Because you know how I feel about losing. Now my secret's out there. God is going to destroy me. Now I'm going to pick them to lose, and they lose. Thanks, Bullets.
This offense never.
Isaac Siegel.
I remember him having like maybe 2 mistakes in
$5. Polls has proven to me he is a legit talent evaluator and has surrounded himself with good personnel in pro rookie scouting. Even the flush mistake, Flus, I think he's talking about. I still have the Eber flu. I don't think I think the coach is the most important thing.
I'm not just gonna be at home lighting a cigar, but of course I did it in the locker room just to celebrate with the guys. But nah, you won't catch me at home just lighting up a cigar. Maybe one day though.
beating Atlanta doesn't take me away from all the problems I've seen on tape and all of the issues. I feel like your culture, despite what you're trying to say, Club Dub continues to be a huge embarrassment. Win against a really go to the playoffs. That's when Club Dub opens up. Got no problem trading JF1. Problem is the value is being set on TV by talking heads. No second round pick in 2024
TV
can
doesn't
play
set
as
the
well
value.
as Justin Fields. Either a number one pick or kick rocks. Get more picks.
Yeah, TV doesn't set the value. If it's going to be the market, I think that there's going to be a market. If they decide,
Definitely a market for Justin Fields.
if they
This was a
decide they want to
great
move,
day.
right? If they decide that they want to move off of Justin, there's going to be a market. And like I said, if you're talking to a team like Atlanta or Seattle or somebody like that, if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm 100% going to be involved if Justin Fields is available. And would they trade their mid one? I don't think it's out of the question if he's on
Now
the
you
market.
have
I
three
really don't,
ones.
Pittsburgh.
Moreland Thomas, $10. Are you concerned that Caleb Williams may have character issues? After USC won the Holiday Bowl, one player said, "We're a team now."
Yeah,
Don't
well,
think Flus can handle him. Thanks and love the show. Moreland
I see
Thomas.
that's been a huge
Thank
thing
you.
on social media, and nobody does. The player that said that, is it 100% about Caleb Williams, or is it about the media and the fans and everybody else saying that USC is Caleb Williams and nobody else? Is he responding to it that
Very
way?
well
Nobody
said,
knows.
Jay.
But if you don't want Caleb Williams, you're automatically going down into the gutter and making it the worst possible scenario to fit your narrative. That's exactly what it is.
Well
if
said.
I was on USC, even if we weren't great, and I heard everything about Caleb Williams all the last 2 years, yeah, you're damn right I'd say something
What
like
about
that.
me? What about me?
Yeah, we're a team now.
We're a team now.
Maybe
Well,
it was about Caleb. That's all going to come
maybe
out.
it was. Maybe it
That'll-
was. Some of the
that'll all
guys
come out.
bounced out.
Right.
They left. We got to get through these. So no more. We're all super chat now because I got to go.
Oh, yeah.
We got a holiday party to get to.
What if the
Hugo
Bears-
Mayan.
What if the Bears fleece Atlanta and trade them Fields for their first round pick? Bears send them a pick back, probably a third or next. Hey, if that's what the Bears decide to do, that they're moving off of Justin, you can get me back a first round pick. Yeah, count me in, because right now they're drafting number 9 overall. Do I think that that's logical? No, I don't. But I would definitely pick up the phone if that's what they're offering.
A first round pick for Fields. Then you have your own first and their first plus Carolina's first.
You would have three picks in the top 10.
picks.
It's not logical, but yeah.
It could happen. I think today was a big day for Falcons. Just the power of the fans. We want that.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah,
huge.
We talked about this, Eric. DJ, Darnell, Stevenson, Caleb, all from the Carolina Panthers. What a fleece
People
job.
said we didn't get enough. Me and Shane have dealt with them.
Yeah, and think about the first thing that was said about DJ Moore. Well, is he's definitely not top 10. You might be able to squeeze him into the top 20. Guess what? He's top 10 all fucking day.
Here we go. Joey M, $5. In your guys' honest opinion, as of today, do you think they are drafting Caleb or sticking with Fields?
I really don't know.
We're just so.
I don't know what they're. I really don't know. My gut tells me.
I don't even know if they're staying with the coach, Joey.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry, I can't tell you, man. I usually my gut is Flus is back, and does that point more towards Justin staying? Probably. If I had to put money on the table, probably if they're bringing Flus back. I just don't know how you go into it and say, all right, Flus, we're going to give you Caleb Williams. We're going to give you Drake May. We're going to give you the kid from
Jaden Daniels.
And you're going to be the guy that ushers him into the NFL. I don't know how you make that your answer. So it's not really an answer, but that's my answer.
I'm totally in the unknown.
Kyle Flynn, I was wrong. It was 6 points in the third, but the second field goal came at the minute 14 mark. Still not good enough getting the ball in the second half. Exactly.
It's hidden by the grotesque.
Kyle.
What did you say?
Because he's saying that it's not good enough. I said somebody will be out there and say, "Don't be a racist, Kyle." You know, that's the game that those are the cards we're being dealt.
The reality is it isn't good enough, and that's the problem.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong, and Kyle's 100% right to point it out. It is a problem.
It is a problem, and it was a closer game than it should have been, and it could have been worse. That's the thing. Football is like this. I said it on the halftime show. I was like, stop with the bullshit. It's like, for these fantasy football fans, play Madden. Play it against how many different people online? Is it going to be the same game all the time? Are you going to get beat by somebody with a lesser team? Yeah, you are. That's football. And what you're trying to go for is an identity. Right now, what's the Bears' offensive identity, Shane? Justin Fields scramble runs. That's it. That's what we have to stop. Every team's going in to stop it. So if that's your identity,
and even their quarterback design runs, I mean, you talk about a regression there. That's been some of the hardest times that Justin Fields been hit this season.
Oh my God.
He's on the QB power, and I mean,
yes,
absolutely destroyed.
Missed blocks, your left tackle sucks. There was about 5 plays that I was like, damn, the Bears are finally getting no calls that I know that were holds clearly by the left tackle that weren't called today. Anyway, Manis Wesley, $4.99. Build around Justin Fields. The Bears are a legitimate number 2 receiver and competent OC away. Remember what Tua looked like after his second year. Yeah, well, are they going to fire Getsy? Is Mr. Matt Eberflus able to fire?
I think the relief on his face is that he's been told
there's
going to be changes on your staff. Yes. Listen, there's going to be a fall guy. And it's going to be one of 2 people. Maybe it's going to be 2 of them.
What's the Bears? Oh, go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, it's either going to be Getsy or it's going to be Justin or it's going to be both of them.
I've stated the unpopular opinion that I would do. It would be Flus gone, trade Fields, new coach, new quarterback, building a new dynamic. And for those of you, what if they go to a 3-4 defense? There's no difference. It's all hype, all that bullshit. Here we go. Kyle Flynn, $5. What's the Bears' body count against starting quarterbacks now? They have one win. Jared Goff.
Yeah, here's the list. Davis Mills, Mac Jones / Bailey Zappi, Trey Lance. That was last year. This year, Brian Hoyer, Sam Howell, Bryce Young, Joshua Dobbs, Jared Goff, Kyler Murray, and then today, Taylor Heineke.
Kyler Murray, I said, even in my written rant, what do you think there? I'll say that's a starting. You got 2 starting wins. You also had a dad come in off the babysitting and throw 275 yards against you in the 4th quarter, down 10, up, go over there and win. You have 5 historic franchise losses under your belt as head coach. 5. You have 3 that has a less than 1% chance of losing, and you lost. That's coaching. I'm sorry. You don't know how to finish. You don't have an identity. When Justin can get you out of these magician plays, and that's your offense, guess what happens to Michael Vick, Steve Young, Vince Young, all of these quarterbacks that run, and they become running stops, age stops your speed, hits add up, injuries mount, and the NFL chews you up. That's why when I break down the tape with all of these patrons for 2 hours, like I'm the coach going up and I'm showing you Justin Fields, poor mechanic, can't see the field, missed the simple out route, his tapping, winding, his step isn't right. All of this stuff doesn't matter to you today because you're playing against a shitty team and shitty wet. We could bootleg, we could take 14 minutes to throw wide open. That ain't going to happen in the playoffs. It ain't going to happen against a team that's a good football team. My mini rant. Trevor LaMarche. Hopefully I said it. $5. Why draft a QB when you could get the best prospect in the draft with MHJ? Love the show, guys. Respect. Bear down. The quarterback is the most important position in all of pro sports. If you don't have the guy consistently the winner for you. Let's look at consistent. Peyton Manning was consistent. Knew every week you weren't going to lose the game because of Peyton Manning. Tom Brady. We go down the list. Your search is Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre.
They just have a tweet that they just sent out that's going David Tepper in the box at the Jaguars game, dumped his drink on a Jaguars fan, threw it out of the box onto a Jags fan. Yep.
He is a piece of shit, dude.
Keep it up. Keep it up. We'll take that first round. We'll take that.
Thank you for the first round. 26-0. Jacksonville beats.
Did you wanna address Cody Denny, our TTNL patron here, Phil?
Oh my God. Get with the times, Cody Denny. It's Denny for dumb fuck. Because you don't fucking celebrate in a club.
They're not all shutting the lights off and doing that whole thing, Cody, when they're at 1 win, 2 win. When it matters, I get it. If you want to do it,
you're going to the
not
playoffs,
every team has club dub, Cody. You're 100%.
Sorry,
right.
Cody. We are a laughing stock, Cody. Around the league, in college, everyone is laughing
watch
at
what
the
John
Chicago
Gruden did when they beat Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that, Cody?
Watch what Doug, what's his face in Jacksonville. What now?
Doug
when he was
Peterson,
with Philly,
when they were the
Doug
Philly.
Peterson did, yeah.
They double doinked your ass to the fucking ground, Cody.
If you want a club dub when you get into the playoffs,
Club
when you win your division, have at it. When you're building and you're trying to get someplace, nah, it's not a good look. And Phil's a hell of a lot older than I am. So if he's old man, what the fuck would I be? Just less old man?
A bunch of your former Bears that you probably love maybe have a poster on the wall side with this old man too, thinking it's the dumbest shit ever.
Oh, there it is. It would be great if we could trade JF1 to someone picking in the top 6 this year. I don't think he's going. I don't think anybody's giving up a top 10 pick for Justin Fields. I would be shocked.
I'm not gonna say it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. No, I mean, stranger things have happened. I would be stunned. I would be.
The Chicago Bears have not had a franchise quarterback since 1940. Sid Luckman. Declan Petit. $5. Love a win as a Bears fan, but I also
Declan.
Declan, my bad.
Yeah, you totally fucked that one up. You fucked that one up, old man.
The clan Petite.
Put on the pie vocal.
I saw the petite. I was going. Love a win as a Bears fan. But I also love TTNL for keeping some perspective. Thank you. Declan. That is a name. Declan. Money maker.
We put it in the chat and
you're making us money, but we don't see what you had to say. So please put it in the chat. Joey P, $20.
New Year to both of you and your families. Been listening since the days of Phil, Ryan, and Shane on MixLR. And used to call in every week. Bear down, Joe from Scranton.
Joe P.
Tell
hear when I hear
tell Dwight we said hello. Right.
Dwight, I hear the song. Dun, dun, dun. Dwight Schrute. Eric S.
I
I'll
saw
just
this
let
too.
you say.
Yeah.
So now that you're saying that just because the USC backup quarterback had a bowl game, it means Caleb is the product of the
That's
coach's
what everybody was running with immediately. He threw for 6 touchdowns, so that means that Caleb's
he's
a product.
going off of what you were saying. Yeah,
I bet miraculously if you polled every person that tweeted that out or shared that on social media, my guess would be each one of those people have probably at least 3 Justin Fields jerseys in their closet. I'm probably wrong though.
And if you start basing shit on an exhibition game, because that's what those are, you're just lost.
It's like saying, "Oh, you can't draft a USC quarterback because none of them have been good before." Yeah, exactly. Can't scout the helmet.
Carson, what was his name?
Palmer.
Yeah, he wasn't good.
Shane, fuck him. You don't have to explain. Thanks, HL.
HL's
Sorry about Monday night, brother, but we'll see.
HL Monday night.
It's almost here. Waylon
Almost
Lumley.
Tomorrow.
Hope the baby is healthy. Too little, too late. Love, we win, but we want a winning culture, and our head coach does not bring that.
I agree, Waylon.
Hope you're right.
Hope the baby is sleeping for you.
Will
is back.
Knowing that the Bears are keeping Flus, do you draft Caleb with his staff or keep Fields and draft Harrison Jr.? And for fuck's sake, I'm not drafting. If they decide that they're keeping Justin Fields, I'm not staying at number 1 and taking a wide receiver. No, to me, that's malpractice.
You have to
as a general manager.
Trade down.
Yeah, have to under that.
Yes, I totally agree with you there.
If you draft a wide receiver, if you draft a wide receiver number 1, it's just, to me, he's wildly talented. I get it. But what you can get back in compensation for a quarterback like Caleb Williams is you can't just say, no, I'm going to take a wide receiver and be done. That's malpractice. Happy New Year's, guys. Appreciate all you do for Bears Nation. Be safe and hope we kick the Packers' ass next week. Absolutely.
Thank you, Ethan. $5. Ethan Kotz.
Chicago Golden Glove. It feels like Matt Nagy in 2021. $1.99. Yeah,
I feel it too, bro.
Some Nagy vibes there, 100%.
There's definitely a Nagy
money maker. What would it take to trade the number 1 pick if a team is offering 3 first and 3 second-round picks? Would you still draft Caleb Bear down? It depends on where you're going. I mean,
it has to go based on the coaching decision. So that's going to be first and foremost. Then you have to weigh that coach's decision with what it is you want to do moving forward. This coach never has fired Getsy.
Yeah, if you're dropping down, I mean, it's going to be very unlikely if you drop down to 2 or 3. I understand. You're very likely not going to get back 3 first-round draft picks. I mean, I get that. And I know you want to talk to me, you have to be willing to part with that. Anybody that's coming up. I mean, you don't think Denver's going to make the phone call with the way that Sean Payton talks about Caleb Williams, even though they're down a little bit farther? So, yeah, that's where you got to get. And I think any deal, if they drop down, a sizable amount, say to like Vegas, you're going to get a compensation package back. I feel like that's going to be much bigger than what you got back in the DJ Moore trade. Peyton Johnson, $5 new year, same old Getsy.
I agree. Let's get in the gun. Let's go. Let's get in the gun.
Here's our guy, Chris Brown. Took my son to his first Bears win on his birthday today. Good win, but we could use better coaching. Awesome, man. I'm glad you guys got to experience that. A little bit of snow. Some big plays.
The elements, Joe Albino.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's a memory I'll never forget. Glad you got to experience that. Hester to the Hall. That should unite all Bears fans, 100%.
We all embrace on this.
Let's get him down. Get him in there.
$1.99. Thank you.
The cigar connoisseur. What's wrong with Frank Reich as OC? I mean, did you like what happened in Indy and what happened in Carolina?
I'm not against him.
I'm not totally against him, but
I like Frank
I
Reich.
think 100% he's going to be in play because of his connection to Flus.
I wanted Frank Reich over Flus as a coach, so I'm not against it. For the record, Frank Reich would be a huge upgrade.
Randy Mack, $10. Thanks, Randy. TTNL is my favorite network. I look forward to every Sunday. BHL on Wednesdays. Poles and Warren have a tough decision to make this upcoming offseason. Much love to the entire TTNL crew.
Thank you, Randy Mack.
Along
Love
the
your
wishes.
last name.
Yeah, absolutely. There's our guy Wayne.
My guy Wayne.
Yep, we would.
I would take him. I would take.
I think
not against Frank Reich.
I think he'll be in play. Here.
He's an upgrade to Getsy.
And he would be a guy that even under the circumstances, if Flus would be considered a lame duck coach, which under my lens he would be.
I see it exactly. Yeah. Then he could take over, carry on the season, and then you're doing what you did.
Frank Hacks, 1999. Thanks, Frank. Happy New Year, DDP Shane TTNL. Keep it at 100. Fam and Bears Nation.
Fuck FGB. Green Bay, or is it Braggs? Leave Greg alone.
Could be Braggs.
2 years.
That's Frank.
Did you see Greg with the Atlanta?
Yeah. London the Pup, $5. Do you think we'll ever get disclosure on what happened with Alan Williams and the running back coach leaving? Not for a while. I mean, when you're talking about things like that, and it sounds like there's going to be some
Adam John's athletic article.
Yeah, it's not going to be anytime.
No, May 2024.
Chief C, if we trade Justin Fields, you cannot let him go for a second rounder. Need a first. Today's price is not yesterday's price. Yeah, it all depends on what the market is.
I could see him getting a first. Today was a huge day, Chief C, because Atlanta's fan base.
It helps. Yeah.
I'm serious. And to Shane's credit, you don't know. Justin might be like, because you heard him talking. It was like,
you don't know that.
Embracing the.
And he's got a powerful agent that has been an agent that has gotten guys out of places and put someplace else. Can't. If you say you definitely know the answer to that, well, money dictates all in situations. We'll see. I don't think Justin wants out myself if I were to be putting money down on it, but we'll see what his agent thinks. Joey P.
Okay, go ahead.
$10. I have my opinion on what they should do, but I'm also long-winded. All I know is it's going to be an exciting and interesting offseason. Thanks for what you guys do. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Joey. Happy New Year. Appreciate you.
Happy New Year.
Dalton
is
back.
It's going to be a lot of fun on our
as bad as the ATL quarterbacks are, they definitely should be offering a first. And if Atlanta won 8 games with that quarterback play, imagine if they had Fields.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The big issue is, and to the point when I was on with the Atlanta Falcons guys, the leadership group, the front office group is still the same group that was in play when they bypassed Justin Fields in the draft.
They do have Ryan Pace in the building who drafted them, who drafted him.
Yep. So
and did that work. And the pressure of the fans, the Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson with him. I mean, Kyle Pitts wasn't even used today. 1 ball thrown his way.
Yeah. But that's what they've been doing.
He did not look like he liked cold weather.
No. Gerald Smith, $4.99. Thank you, Gerald. Giving Kevin Warren's comments off his cue card as the issue salesman. Yeah, I didn't like it, man. People can look into it. It doesn't matter. If you can't come out and thank your fans in a 30-second video blurb and you need a cue card for that, it bothers me. It bothers me. You should be able to come out and say, hey, we understand we're not where we want to be. We appreciate the Bears fans showing up each and every week on or in Soldier Field and away from Soldier Field. We love you guys. We hear you guys. You can speak from your heart for 30 seconds. And if you can't, if you need a cue card for that, just to me, I didn't think it was a great look.
And you're a Kevin Warren fan, and so am I.
Kerry Franklin, FGB.
Where is Jim? He's in Arizona. 10. He's not.
Let me say FGB. That's for Jim and all Bears fans everywhere. Couldn't have said it better.
Kerry will be in Lambeau Field. Kerry Franklin will be in Lambeau Field this upcoming Sunday in the new year, 2024. Bears versus Packers to end a. How would you define this season? Or should we wait till next week? We'll wait till next week to define.
Yeah, but we're gonna be covering everything live on January 8th. Monday, January 8th is when we'll get some answers in terms of, coaching staff. Definitely, we're gonna have it all covered here live on TTNL. Phil and I have both taken that day off so we can be home and report on all the latest news. Now, knowing our luck, the Bears will schedule a presser for Tuesday, January 9th, but we'll see. I think it'll come down on Monday. I think they know what they gotta do, but we'll see.
The way things have been talking, the way you're talking, it's going to be a down day for me and my family with the way this is going. I'm not a big Eberflus thing, but again, I am not going to I'm going to put this out there to end the show, and then we're going to wrap up. Thank you all. But the McCaskey family obviously puts a lot of weight into the Green Bay Packers versus Bears. And since the Bears have not beat them, as Shane has said, since 2018, this becomes what me and Shane thought the first game of the season was like your Super Bowl, like a playoff. The Bears didn't show up. How do they show up against a team like the Green Bay Packers, who they're still in the hunt, right, Shane? They have something to play for, right?
For who now? Talking
about? For the Green Bay Packers, they still have a shot at the playoffs, correct?
I don't know what their playoff scenarios.
I saw them in the hunt. Again, I don't know how. Could somebody in the chat before we wrap it?
Green Bay right now is 7-8, and the Bears are.
They played tonight though.
7-9, right? So you could be.
If they win tonight,
you could be playing next week to finish with a better record than Green Bay. Wouldn't that be something with the way that they started out from that week 1 game? But as excited as everybody is right now, I understand it. It's always that way when you're coming off a win, but
I was excited.
Everybody will feel the same way, but in a negative sense if they go to Green Bay and get punched in the fucking face, because the Bears are due. Go up there and impress me. Go up there and make plays on Jordan Love. Go up there and make plays on their defense.
Let's move the ball. Let's score touchdowns. Let's not have 4 turnovers and kick field goals on all of them. Let's see what you're going to do against a team that pisses on you every time. They have no fear of you, no fear of Fields, no fear of your defense. Let's go into and see what you do against, and then come back here and talk to me. Then talk to me. I was just happy, like John Tyke, that Justin removed the visor and went out there and played, and also his right glove. And Shane knows that. Also, Declan is my friend's freaking son, Mo. I love Mo. Nice. From the Larison's neighborhood. Old neighborhood, because they moved. So Declan,
how about that? The Broncos are up 13-3 after their
13-3
quarterback news.
Holy shit. Well, fuck Green Bay.
That's right.
There's nothing that would be better than to start a new year by beating the Packers. So let's come back here then. All of you in the chat, I wish you all the best. I hope your Christmas was great, but your new year is even better. And the Chicago Bears, as Shane has pointed out masterfully, are in the driver's seat in the offseason. Not only do they have a lot of money, they have the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They can trade for 3. That's where our starting negotiation, or they can get a franchise-changing, altering quarterback.
Yeah, you were getting a third first rounder back last year, but then they ended up taking DJ Moore in the second in 2025 rather than a first. So let's see what goes on, man. I'm excited. I'm glad they control the offseason once again. And now you have to make some moves. You have to, and they better be right.
I can't wait to break down this tape because everybody's so happy and glorious. I'll do it live next Thursday. Breaking down this tape. Let's watch Justin Fields. Let's watch the offensive line. Let's watch these guys and what they do and see if we continue to show you the truth that makes you and others kind of question what is the right thing to do at quarterback. That's where we're going to be in 2024. If you're not a patron, you want to sign up right now, thetapeneverlies.com. Thank you all for the super chat. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your night. Do you kiss at the clock when it drops?
Not you.
Not I do, but I'm ashamed. Oh my God. Just a quick programming note. Tuesday, I'll be live with Chris Zorich, looking back on the big games as well as this game. I want to hear what Chris thinks about Eberflus. Should they continue with him? His thoughts on Justin Fields. And then we get into Michigan, Alabama, Shane, and Washington, Texas. Tuesday night, Draft Dr. Phil and the 3-time All-American, owner of the Mini Clover, and All Madden 1993, yes. Chris Zorich.
Tony the Tiger champion.
Tony the Tiger Bowl champs.
They're great, Phil, Notre Dame.
We'll see you guys. Have a blessed holiday. Happy New Year's. All of you. Bye.
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.